I want to thank my colleagues, Representative James and Kelly, for their leadership in advancing bipartisan supply chain legislation. I'm proud to support the Promoting Resilient Supply Chains Act, which builds on the progress we made last Congress to strengthen American manufacturing and protect our economic and national security. Over the last several years, we've taken meaningful steps to bolster our industrial base, foster innovation, and create jobs. This bipartisan legislation continues that work by giving the federal government the tools it needs to reinforce supply chain resilience and prevent future disruptions. I'm pleased that we are moving it forward in this committee. Last Congress, we worked across the aisle to pass this bill in the House, and I was proud to co-lead several of its key provisions. We even reached a bipartisan, bicameral agreement on a supply chain measure for the year-end funding bill, a deal that should have been a win for American workers and manufacturers. But instead, it was gutted at the last minute because my colleagues caved to Elon Musk's public opposition. And that setback only highlights why we must act now. This legislation includes critical provisions from last Congress's Supply Chains Act, which I co-led, including designating the Assistant Secretary of Commerce to lead a government-wide supply chain resilience effort. It also expands supply chain mapping, monitoring, and coordination with labor to proactively address potential disruptions. A strong national strategy will ensure we are prepared for future challenges rather than reacting to crises. For too long, poorly negotiated trade deals, job outsourcing, and the decline of unionization have howled out our industrial base, leaving manufacturers and suppliers vulnerable. We have a responsibility to rebuild American manufacturing and protect workers because doing so is essential to both our economic strength and our national security. This bill is an important step towards preventing debilitating shortages, strengthening domestic semiconductor production, and safeguarding our auto industry from threats to innovation and competitiveness. Supply chain resilience is vital to our long-term economic success, and I'm glad to see bipartisan momentum behind this effort. I strongly urge my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to support H.R. 2444 and ensure we get this done. Thank you, and I yield back.